on Tuesday, the judge, they came together for emergency hearing to move it up. And in the guidelines, in the paperwork, the judge, no, Martin Nifilo, Diddy's lawyer, wanted to move it up, I believe, like September 22nd or September 23rd, which is actually like 11 or 12 days before October 3rd. After that, Martin Nifilo was like, you know what? F it. Just leave it on October 3rd. Fine. So Tuesday, even though we heard coming out of the courtroom and he got denied for bail, that it was October 3rd, as I said before, they went to court and decided that they wanted to move it up so they can go ahead and charge him, get an expedite going. But then he was like, hey, it's only 13 days. We'll just keep him in there by October 3rd. Okay, so today the judge has wrote a letter, and the judge has wrote a letter to the government and to Diddy. Okay, and within the letters, because he did say on Tuesday that he will write back in regards to sentencing. Now, we do know Diddy is charged with the 2 prostitution charges, okay? For Cassie and, of course, Jane Doe, a.k.a. 50 Cent, baby mama, Daphne Joy, okay? So, the letter reads, okay? In connection with sentencing proceedings, in this case, the court will find it helpful to have available data on sentences imposed where 1. The primary or sole conviction was for a violation of such and such, or 2. The base offense level under sentencing guidelines was calculated under whatever type of calculation they have as far as the federal government. And they decided that Diddy criminal history is of a category 1. What that means is it's a whole lot of stuff that's going around through the media saying that, yeah, Diddy gonna get 5 years, Diddy gonna get 10 years, Diddy gonna get all of that stuff, right? Originally, for the official offense, the judge, no, not the judge, the court says, hey, you can get a max of 10 years each count. That's 20 years, correct? Okay, but on the federal sentencing guidelines, they have to go by a criteria of how you ever been convicted before, like what's your attitude, all of these conduct surrounding, on top of if you have prior charges, XYZ. So the judge officially states in this matter here, in this paperwork, he says that the base offense level under sentencing guidelines was calculated under whatever the code is, and it's a criminal history of category of 1. Right? It also said these parties should locate cases that they believe match the criteria and file a letter, hopefully a joint letter, identifying locations by dot number, jurisdiction on or before September 1st, 2025. No argument should be included in this letter. The goal is for the parties' subsequent sentencing submissions to address the cases identified in the September 1st filing, focusing on those that each side believes reflect sentencing imposed in a similar suited defendants, if any. The court appreciates the parties' assistance in identifying these cases, as this information is not presently available from the Sentencing Commission. So ordered. Right? That's what it says. But what I want y'all to understand is that Diddy has 2 charges. And because he has 2 charges, this can mean that either the government, it might request that he run these 2 charges concurrently or separately. So let's just say, going under the sentencing guidelines for category 1 is 15 to 21 months, right? So let's just say he get the year and 3 months at the lowest for each offense. What's that? 2.5, rounded up, what? 2, rounded up 3 years, right? But if they run concurrently, then he will have 15, it will be on the low end 15 months. Diddy has already been in jail for 10 months already. Diddy was in jail ever since September 2024. September, October, November, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. He's been in jail for 9 months already. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right there. On the other side, basically on the other side of the year, he could actually be walking. He could actually be walking out of there. Now, although sentencing is on October 3rd, maybe he will get sentenced the low end of maybe 15 months or whatever in that case. But maybe when he go to court October 3rd, so it's July, August, September, October. So that's 3 more months. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So that equal 12 months. And then 13, 14, 15. Let's say he get the 3 more months to equal to 15. He could technically go to a halfway house or go on probation and finish his sentence and he walk. That's it. That's it on the low end of this, that the judge is saying that this is a category 1. Right? So I just want to let y'all know that time served will put him at a year. By the time they finish sentencing in October, most likely he gonna ask for house arrest or ask for the remaining time at home. Or they might just let him completely go on time served and not even do the house arrest or anything else. And yes, as far as his bail, all the conduct and stuff he did, he went into it. But as Diddy been in jail, you know, he's gonna do the program. He's doing the drug program, the anger management program, you know, all the programs that you can do in federal court that can actually put towards, you know, your time to be on the good end. And plus Diddy haven't had no anything bad happen in jail. Like I remember when the media was saying, hey, Diddy was talking on the 3-way call. Like, you know how like people can just 3-way a person, they saying, hey, that's illegal, you can't do that, or you are here talking to people on social media. All the stuff that was in the news beforehand, none of that stuff was true. The government and their PR was putting that stuff out falsely, as we learned throughout this case. So Diddy has been completely good in jail. He haven't had no mistakes, but also the judge has basically said this is a category 1. Diddy won't be seeing 5 years. Now, what can happen, right? That everyone is talking about is that the feds can say, hey, we want an upward charge. Although you're saying this is a category 1, we want to take that into account, but we want to ask for an upward charge so Diddy can get 8. But the thing with that Diddy defense team can come in and say, hey, actually we're asking for a downward charge. We're gonna ask that he get out right now. So that can go into effect, but as of right now, the judge is saying no argument should be included in this letter for sentencing. No argument. So, of course, we was talking about, you know, with Cassie charge. Cassie charge for prostitution is past the statute of limitations. Okay? It's been more than 5 or 10 years. And because he did not get the RICO, Cassie charge is really irrelevant at this point, because they was last dating 2018, 2019, 2021, 2023, 2024, 2025. Like, the statute of limitations is going for that actual charge. So I'm definitely sure the feds are definitely going to say, hey, we don't want Diddy to take both of these charges and run them consecutively. They're going to say, hey, he need to do 15 to 21 months for this time. He need to do 15, 21 months for this time instead of running concurrent. That's what most likely the feds is going to ask for. As far as right now, what's so tricky also about this case is that in this process, right, the judge said the parties should locate cases that they believe match the criteria and file a letter, hopefully a joint letter, identifying locations by docket number, jurisdiction, and on before on September 1st. For us, I can't really. The only thing that they're gonna bring up is the R. Kelly case. This is the only case that I know of that's remotely close, because this type of case, realistically, for what the feds did with this, and because it was no minors in this, that technically this is like a brand new case, because our Kelly case had something to do with the minors, but this is the R. Kelly case is the only one that's remotely close that the feds is going to try to use. But Diddy's team going to say, hey, this came with minors. All of these people are adults here. So that's going to be the difference in R. Kelly case. But with this, Puffy had an attorney called Jason Driscoll, where he know case law out the back of his hand. He can stand up and recite case law. Like, he got like one of them computerized program brains where he can just say, hey, this is so-and-so file, Virginia law, so-and-so, page 17, section 118, say da-da-da-da-da. So Jason Driscoll will be a part of this to find those cases. And the only case that's really remotely close would be either Epstein case, realistically, or R. Kelly case, right? And two of those cases is really with minors. So to me, it's really looking like Diddy definitely gonna walk. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh yeah, but me following this case and following it all the way through, I mean, I'm happy that my thoughts about what I saw come out was correct, and I wasn't trying to, harm anybody and make anyone feel some type of way. But but a part of the court case, right, was where Diddy team won at, was like, hey, did you call the police? Hey, did you report this? Everybody says no. I was scared I would do this. Cassie said, no, I don't want to report it. She said that on the stand at the time. And that was with the bribery of $100,000 for that video that came out. So for us, this whole case is a nuanced case. But if Diddy don't do anything else, he's definitely serving time for prostitution of Jane Doe, which is 50 Cent baby mama. So that one is definitely sticking. That one is definitely sticking. I don't think that the judge is gonna really let them take off the prostitution for Cassie. I just think that he heard enough. But for the most part, it just looked like he's getting time served. As I said before, and going back and forth with people, it for me, it would just look like time served based off the federal sentencing guidelines, based off that this is a nuanced case. And this is what the judge said. So when you go and you get sentenced, you do all that, they gotta go back there and do like a process to say, hey, were you a first time offender? They gotta go through like the sentencing commission place to say, hey, if you're like, that's how they look at the categories. So for this case, because Diddy had no prior charges, I remember a long time ago, he had the court case with Shine and all that, with the lady in the face at the club, but he never got convicted on none of that because Shine took the fall for that, right? So we know that he don't have anything. The only thing that they're holding up against Diddy is his conduct about, basically in the federal court case, about, hey, he did beat these women. Hey, he does have an anger problem. Hey, he was on drugs. So they're using that because technically he did admit all of that in court, right? Which is the funny thing about it. It's like, yeah, we didn't get charged for domestic violence, but yeah, you admitted in court that you did beat this lady, right? So it's one of those things where damn, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But at the same time, I mean, it's a good damn because you didn't get found in RICO and sex trafficking. Um, so to me, it's really looking like time served, y'all. I hate to tell y'all, it's looking like time served. It's looking like, hey, he might just come and just pay a little bit of restitution after you get out. He can pay maybe $200,000, maybe $500,000 of restitution and be done with this. And then also, let's not forget that even Diddy going through all of this, Trump can still pardon all these charges. Trump can still do it. So maybe the judge will go ahead, get him sentenced for this, not argue about nothing else, and time served, and Trump pardon him. That's it. But to the sentencing guidelines, this sounds like good for Diddy. And I know people want him to be locked up for 5 years and 10 years and 20 years, but it just don't work that way when you want to follow the law with the guidelines. So that's Diddy news. That's the Diddy update for today. And we're going to see before September 1st. So they're going to have time to submit this. So by September 1st, we're going to identify those cases. So like I said, the only cases that I know of remotely right now is R. Kelly, Epstein, and then right now the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO is going through court right now for like a sex trafficking case. So they're the only 3 cases that we got in this form of fashion. But those people back then was them minors. Diddy's the only one that's dealing with adults. So other than that, y'all, that is the update for today, and we'll see.